Hey survivors, I just wanted to get on here and make another video, kind of a follow-up video to my hot tips video that I put out a while back. So this might be hot tips 2. This is going to be more focused on things that I don't see people using a lot. A lot of questions come up about certain things and aren't aware that are in game or they can use for certain certain applications. So let's go over a couple of things here. The first thing I want to go over is kind of a hot tip. This is about building. So you have a hammer, and the hammer has a quality, just like everything, it degrades, so the quality will degrade. This hammer is only at 31%, and that goes down as you build. But one thing you can do with the hammer is you can build and get things in place and then finish it up without the hammer anymore. So if we go ahead and let's say, it doesn't matter where I put this stuff, but let's say I put that there, a little half wall, and then I put another half wall, so like this. So you have these like ghost instances of buildings or, fences, buildings, whatever you're putting down, and you need to finish them up. So when you finish them up, when the hammer degrades, but you don't have to do that. The hammer does not have to be in hand. We'll take the hammer off hand, still go into the building menu, but you can finish them right up. And that way your hammers will last forever. You can make a hammer last for a long time. Actually, I don't mind this little setup here. I like this wall here. I might put a bench over here, which is new. For this update, I think that, where is that at? The bench here. There we go. Oh, there's a wall shelf. There's a little seating. Oh, there's a platform. I thought there was a chair in here, wasn't there? Chair some. Oh, there it is. The wood bench. I'll put the wood bench down here. Like, kind of cool, huh? That's kind of new. I don't know if anyone knows that. So there. So I did it wrong there, right? That I had the hammer in hand and I finished that off, but the hammer doesn't have to be in hand. So make sure you use this tip and your hammers will last forever. An item that I don't see talked about very much is the battery charging station. This is good because this is like one of the only ways you can repair a certain car part, which is the battery, which you can't do with other car parts. So I don't see many people talking about it or utilizing it. I think it's kind of a great tool to keep your batteries going. Batteries are heavy to carry around and find. Once you find some, you can want to kind of keep them charged. Here we have a battery at 2%, so we're going to go ahead and put that there. Let's dump this battery so we're not encumbered. And so we put the low battery in the charger. So all we need to do is start up our generator, which has 0 fuel. So there's a hot tip. You got to have your generators filled with fuel. So we'll grab some. Now the generator has a radius of what it'll power, so be aware of that. You should see it once we power it up. Go ahead and fuel up the old generator, which you need to find a book for, by the way. To learn the ability. Look in the bookstores. There we go. Generator is running. As you see, my lights are going. Everything's within the radius, the circle radius of the generator. My lights are on here. And if we check the battery charging station, it says now powered by generator. So this 2%, this 2.2% will charge up, and then we'll have a fresh battery. Having a fresh battery is a good thing. You're going to need it to replace the battery in the radio tower as well as your cars, because your car parts will degrade and then you won't be able to drive anywhere. So finding the other items like the fan belts and the starters and stuff, it's fairly easy. So is finding batteries, but at least you can fix your batteries. And you won't have to worry about, or charge your batteries. You won't have to worry about ever running out of battery power for your cars and stuff. So that's a little tip. So the battery charging station is a great little tool to utilize, and it is in the, here it is. All you need is a battery charger and jump leads, which I would say medium difficulty to find. You can find them. I have a bunch of extra ones that I found, but when you do, I would keep them and I would build one for your base. Another tool that's mentioned here and there and a little bit of confusion about are these water barrels. So the water barrels are something you'll find in the world. You can totally pick them up and redeploy them. That's a question that comes up a lot. So if you deploy a water barrel, you can just pick it back up. It'll be in your inventory and you can redeploy it. No problem. Not place it. Don't place it. You got to deploy it for it to be usable. So it's deployed. And if we go into it, you can, all it does is just save extra water. So we just save some water. And then we can take some water back, right? And that's really all those do. So they come in handy, but a lot of people are like, can I deploy it? Can I not deploy it? Or can I pick it back up again and use it? Yeah, of course you can. They're totally reusable. You can pick them up, replace them. Now if they have water in them, this one has water in it right now. So let's see if we pick it up. See, we have to empty it first. So it won't let you pick up a water bottle or water barrel that has water in it. You're going to have to empty it, which we're really not going to do. Here we go. Oh, we can't take anymore, can we? So we'll just get out of this. And oh, it won't let me in here. Here's a great thing to ticket for the devs is that sometimes your player gets stuck doing tasks. I don't know if it's just a multiplayer thing or server thing or what, but he'll get stuck in a repeat mode doing a task, and I'm gonna have to log out and log back in. So that's great. That's a hot tip right there for the devs. They need to fix this. Another tool that gets overlooked or is not talked about enough is the car jack. Now, some people do know about the car jack, but I get a lot of questions like, hey, my car is stuck, my car's flipped, what do I do? Well, there is an option. If your car is totally flipped over, that means it's on, you know, the roof is on the ground and your tires are up in the air. If you're in the car and you hit tab, it should flip the car over. That would be without the car jack. You wouldn't need the car jack for that. That's just inherently in the game. But for something like this, where my tires are stuck and I can't get off of this, doing that tab thing will not work. I can't get off these rocks. So, I mean, I already picked up my car jack. It's right here. I'm starting to get inundated with zombies, though. So, let me show you how to use it. All you got to do is go to your inventory, right-click, go to use, and there's instructions that pop up. So, we're going to lift her up, and we're going to do a little rotation here. And hopefully, we'll set her down in such a way that the back tires are hitting, and we can now move our car. There we go. So the back tires just needed to get on some rock for some grip, and then we can move our car. So the car jack is super important. Some people don't know it exists, and it needs to be utilized as a tool that it gets you out of jams. I have a car jack. As soon as I find them, I keep them and I put them in every trunk that I have, because going off-road, you can get snagged very, very easy on terrain, whether it's invisible terrain, which has happened to me a bunch of times, or just terrain that I didn't look out for, and I get myself stuck. So utilize that car jack, and then if you are flipped over, you can try the tab technique while you're seated in the car and see if that flips you back around. I've done that a couple of times. It saved me when I haven't had a car jack, and I've just totally flipped my car over like a dunce. Another really handy tool is the chainsaw. Now, the chainsaw is not gas powered. The chainsaw is electrically powered with a power tool battery. A lot of people get confused on how to recharge the chainsaw. This chainsaw right now is at 83%. So if I wanted to juice it up, I would hit right click on the chainsaw and hit repair, and I could get my chainsaw fixed up here. So the battery's gone. The chainsaw's now at 99%. I was making the mistake before of right-clicking on the battery and trying to repair it. You just need to right-click on the chainsaw and hit repair. Now the chainsaw makes really quick work of trees, as you would, you know, as it's intended. Oops, he's kind of freaking out there. But it makes quick work of trees and breaking down logs. There we go. Let's get a better animation there going. And then, you know, if we got logs, we can chop them up here. And it's like a super fast way to clear trees. I mean, it takes no time. If you have your axe in hand and you're trying to do this, it takes quite a while. You got to do several chops at the tree and sit there, and it just takes forever. It's almost like having a portable table saw, really, too, when you have the logs and you're breaking down the logs, so you can get some wood out of it. Let's see how much wood we got from that. Oh, it's just one, but I'm sure you'll get more wood actually from the table saw. Oh no, it's got more. Three. It dropped 3, I think, 3 or 4. I think the table saw gives you 5 per log, which is something you want to utilize too. But yeah, the chainsaw is really unappreciated hero in terms of base management and building. Another little tip here, which is similar to a tip we've talked about before, is that animals will eat rotten stuff. So we talked about the dog eating rotten meat, and the horse will do the same, except the horse eats different things, of course. So let's give the horse an apple, and this is a rotten apple, and you'll see he's perfectly content with eating a squishy gushy apple. There he goes. So don't compost all your rotten vegetables. Save some for your horsey. He'll be fine with eating it, just like the dog with the rotten meat and stuff. It's kind of a necessity in the game right now because everything rots so quickly. I have so many rotten pieces of fruit and veg around here. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, like I can run everything. I should go ahead and throw these in a compost bin here if I got some room, because no, we gotta process that. But yeah, always compost your rotten stuff as well. Oh, that's composting. So it's a good way to utilize rotten food too. Keep some on your animal. I mean, once it's rotten, it can't go any more rotten than it is. So save it for your horse and stuff. Pile some rotten crap into the saddle, and then you'll have food for him. Now, I don't think the hay goes rotten. I think the hay stays completely fresh. So that's a good thing. So if you find hay piles, go bale some hay for them. Bring it back to your base. But yeah, being able to feed the horse rotten carrots and rotten apples is a cool thing, just like you do with the dog. And really, for our last tip, we'll talk about building materials. Now, I've gotten this question before. Some people get confused about being able to see through certain building materials. Now, all the roof tiles you can see through. So you would think these were floor tiles on this that I have set up here, but these are all roof tiles. So these are all just roof pieces that I've laid on the floor like this, because when I'm inside of my mansion base, I don't want to be obstructed. If I had floor tiles, they would be popping up, and I'd be blinded to what was in my base. Now, some things, yeah, like the wall inherently will be there, but the floor tiles would block everything as well. So those are roof tiles on my roof, so I can see everything in my base when I go downstairs. And then when I come upstairs, you know, they look like floor tiles, but they're not. But you can see through them. So that's a handy little tip. That's just something to keep in mind when you're building. You're going to want to see through them. If I zoom in with the camera, you can see them disappear. A little bit, yeah. See, they disappear a little bit. So that's the kind of tiles you'd want to build on something like this, in case you guys are utilizing already pre-made structures. And I think that's it. We just had a couple more tips to throw at you. I appreciate you guys. We already hit 1K subs. We're doing good. I love making these videos and I love playing the game. Go ahead and join my server, Z Apocalypse Disco. It's a PvE server. We have bandits and zombies on very hard. Soon to up them to 2 or 3 times the spawn rates. It's just server performance had to get updated, which it has. They've patched a lot of things and they've improved performance in the game. So once I know it's solid, we're going to be ramping that up and it's going to be crazy. We got a solid amount of people. We had 10 people on the other night, which is great. Come on in. I'll help you out. I'll give you some gear to start out with if you want. If you like this video, please like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe because that helps out tremendously. So I will hopefully see you in the apocalypse here. Talk to you later, guys.